Hey everybody, John Granato from the bench, mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5, and that's AJ Hoffman. He is on the Blitz, afternoons on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe right now so that you get all of our Sports Map HOU content. Hey, the Astros, they're looking good, man. It's unbelievable how they're hitting, and they're doing it without cheating. Unbelievable how they're doing it without cheating. Everybody predicted doom and gloom, especially with Jose Altuve. You know, he couldn't throw to first base. He hit like crap until the very end, the last series. So he was done. Jose Altuve is done. Oh, wait a minute. Now all of a sudden, everybody's sharing his walk-off grand slam video with captions in all caps. Are the Astros beating their critics into submission the way that they're hitting this year?
Certainly looks that way. And I don't know that the whole quote of Altuve stinks without cheating. I really think what we saw last season were guys who they had down seasons because there was so much buzz around what had happened. They weren't dealing well with it mentally. I don't think it was, well, Jose doesn't know what pitch is coming, so now he can't hit anymore. I never thought that was the case. We saw Carlos Correa really kind of thrive in that situation, in that setting, but we saw Altuve and Bregman take significant drops, and it looks like Altuve certainly, whatever mental break or mental block he had with it is now done for, because that guy's back, not quite back to, hitting 340, but he's back to being one of the better hitters on this team. And I expected that all along. I knew last season would be rough on those guys mentally. Everybody was talking about it before, after every game. It's not easy to deal with, and they're still getting some of it now, but it looks like they're sort of getting past it.
Yeah, and listen, we saw the video of Bregman walk into the net, and the kid from Boston you're a cheater, you're a bum, I don't want no picture with you. And Bregman just shrugged it off. He just laughed. You're right. I think they're all, you know what? Hey, haters, guess what? We can't hit. Look at how we're hitting. We're the best hitting team in baseball, and clutch. Oh, by the way, we're also clutch. So all of this stuff, maybe it has built up an immunity to these guys to pressure.
Could be that. It could just be that, like, they've gotten to where they don't care what people think anymore. And eventually, you had to get there. You had to stop saying, well, you should give back your rings. No one's giving back rings. Eventually, you figure out that if little kids are going to keep talking smack to Alex, you get past it. You say, listen, whatever you think doesn't matter. I wish Astros fan would take this mentality too. Whatever the media thinks, whatever other fan bases think, matters zero. It doesn't matter, because the Astros won the World Series. They've got the rings. They're not giving them back. Let's move on. And if they don't want to move on, that's on them. But the Astros clearly look like they've decided to do the smart thing and just go past it, drive through.
Well, there's no cheating. Okay, so despite the book that just came out, a New Yorker wrote about how the Astros were cheating all the way through into 2019. So there's no more cheating now. Is this a redemption story? If they win the World Series, do you think anybody just goes, you know what, those guys, pretty good guys now?
No.
Well, you know what? I'm happy for the Astros that they were able to bounce back from all this.
No one will do that, unfortunately. And this is what we've seen as Houstonians who, for the longest time, even when this team was good, no one really cared about them on a national level. This cheating scandal really brought the Astros to the forefront of the national, media's attention in a way that winning baseball never could have. Because this is not considered a mega market for baseball. It's not considered a great super fan base that's just intense and has fans all over the country. It's just a regional fan base, and it never would have blown up like this without the cheating scandal. I think the if anything, all it will do if the Astros win again is it will just make people stop talking about the Astros again. Like, go back to, okay, well, great for them. We're not talking about them. They're definitely not flipping around saying, you know what, those guys aren't half bad.
Right. Well, and I think they're validating, though, with the way that they're hitting. They're validating the World Series, because it's still arguable how much they benefited, although everybody thinks they couldn't have done it without it. They're showing they could have done it without it. These guys are all hitting. They're all still great hitters, and absolutely they could have done it. And if they do it again, maybe they'll all go, well, maybe the Astros are pretty good after all, even without cheating.